Greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope you guys are doing okay through everything that's going on. It's really rough out there due to the pandemic and all of the crazy killings. But I hope you guys will continue to push forward and hopefully we can see some light at the end of the tunnel through all of this. In the meantime, I'm just going to try to get my mind off of work and everything that's going on. It's hard to, but you know, people still gotta eat, and so can only do what you can do, right? So, of course, you guys know I'm here for another review, and this one is called Loving a Soulless Thug by Jushelle Smiter. And I want to say thank you so much for sending me the book. I definitely enjoyed it. It sent me on a roller coaster ride with my emotions because I was happy, I was pissed, I was irritated, I was frustrated. I wanted to fight people, I wanted to love people. I just want to do all of that. So, again, thank you so much for sending me the book. The book was pretty much based on Freddie and Danny, who was supposed to get married and live happily ever after. However, due to the fact that things that happen in the dark will come to light, that didn't happen. And there's a few people that play in the demise of their downfall. And so that's what happens. Freddie was the main person, I have to say, that played into the demise of the downfall with him and Danny, because although he wanted to blame his mother Frankie, who was off the freaking chain, he still had much play in it, because nobody, unless you have a little alien robot like we live with in Men in Black that's controlling your body to do certain things, what can you say? So you had the opportunity to not fall into the trap that your mom kept setting. So yeah, his mom Frankie was messed up for the things that she was doing. It finally came to light to why she didn't like Danny and why she didn't want Freddie to be with him, and why she was, causing this chaos, all this chaos and wreaking havoc and everything in their relationship. But it's messed up. And Big Freddie, which is Freddie's dad, like, you should have nipped that in the bud a long time ago, especially being that you knew that, well, you love your son and you knew that his mom was doing some dirt. Like, you should have been nipped that in the bud. Although he finally did, but, it's kind of warm in here. But he should have been nipped that in the bud. And when he did, and he said what he said, I was like this. Because I was just like, wow, so that's what it is? Like, wow. You had two other couples in the book. You had Jason and Eddie, and Bobby and Michael. And Bobby and Eddie were Danny's girlfriends, and Jason and Michael were Freddie's friends. Although Jason is one of those guys you love to love. Freddie and Michael is one of those guys that you love to hate. Or you may love to love, depending on your cup of tea. Okay? Jason was pretty much a stand-up guy. He pretty much kept things, 100, and was like, yo, you shouldn't be doing this. You should do this, blah, 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 blah. With his girl, Eddie, he was like, that's my girl. I don't want nobody else. He didn't, get serious with her until he was ready to just be like, you my all in all and my only one, and that's cool. I mean, everybody wants to, I can't say everybody, most people wants that. Bobby and Michael, let me tell you, Michael deserved everything that he get for the fuck shit that he did, okay? I don't understand Michael's logic. I don't understand, maybe he was, because he was started doing that booger sugar. I don't know. It messes up your mind, and it gets you to a point where you're not thinking logically, you're not doing right. But you should have been doing right and understood things before you started doing that booger sugar, okay? So the stuff that he did to Bobby, or the stuff that he let happen to Bobby, I was just like, please, somebody just kill him. Somebody just kill, like, just torture him until, like, don't even kill him. Just torture him to the point where he's back to normal, and then torture him some more. Then, bring him back to regular, make him good. Then torture him again. Like, he just need to be tortured until he can't be tortured no more, because the stuff everything that he caused, like, why? What was the purpose of that? Like, you claim that you love Bobby and she your one and only, but you messed up and got with this Kendra girl, and it's just like, huh? Like, you just to the point where it's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Freddie and Danny, back to Freddie and Danny. You got a third party, Rebecca. Now, it's crazy how people always talk about these fiction books and how they're not realistic and blah, 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 and they just so over the top. And it's just like, no, it's not over the top, because you have people like Rebecca that live in this world every freaking day. You know a dude is with somebody. You feel like you belong with him. Or you know what's better for him than he know. Or because you're good with the mom. You set it up to have a child by this person. And they still don't want to be with you. But yet you cause everything. You wreak havoc. You cause problems. You come in like a tornado trying to wreck the issue, only thinking that this person's going to be with you. So you mean to sit here and tell me that you sit here and you get with somebody who you know, well, he couldn't have been totally in love, but he was all about her, and he didn't want to be with nobody else on the long term, maybe short term, but on the long term, he didn't want to be with nobody else but Danny. But yet you come in and you have a child, you think because you have a child that your shit is gravy, or your shit don't stink, and that's the all in all. And so you try to cause problems. Okay, you don't think that they're going to resent you because you messed up what it is that they wanted, although they had a play in it, but either don't get with that person or fall back and play your part. Like, Rebecca was doing the most. Although, if Freddie hadn't given her, the time, or the attention, then she wouldn't have had no room to do the stuff that she was doing, because Freddie was just like, and that's part of the truth too, is the fact that guys could go out here and do everything and under everyone underneath the sun, but the minute the girl does it, they can't take it. It's like, oh, you didn't love me, you was a tramp, you was this, you was that, but you sitting out here thotting and biting the whole time while she's sitting here being faithful to you. And now that she don't want you, now you don't want her to be with nobody else. And it's like, men aren't just like that. Women are like that too. And that's why I'm just like, it's not too far from the truth, because that's just how it is. That is really how it is. And Freddie was by far doing the most. Like, you sit here and you talk about you want to be with Danny, but you still out here thotting and bopping while she ain't around, even though you don't know where she at. It's just like, come on, bruh. Come on, you can't keep sitting here blaming your mom for your actions. Like, she doesn't have a robot in your body that's taking control over your actions. Like, you're doing this. You're doing this to yourself. So, if they get back together, I'm guessing that Danny got a secret of her own, but, I'm quite sure I know what it is, but it's like, you're mad because he wasn't telling you. Why don't you just tell him to be done with it? Tell him to be done with it and be like, this is what it is, and I don't want no parts of it. You know you don't want to get back with him, or are you using that? Like, I don't understand why people, you just speak your truth and just keep it moving. I don't understand. Kendra and Freddie Kendra and Rebecca are one and the same. Like, Kendra is feeling some kind of way because, Michael is all into Bobby, but you knew this and you got with him on a plan of something else, and now all of a sudden you head over heels. Like, I don't understand how people fall head over heels in love with somebody after just banging. Like, you don't really know nothing about the person other than the fact that they could probably provide for you financially, but you don't know their dislikes, their wants, their needs, other than a wet butt or a hard dick. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's crazy. Like, I know somebody that, you sit here that kept having babies because they think that they felt like the baby was going to keep the man. And it's like, there's nothing that you can do for a person that don't want to be kept. Like, if they want to be there, they'll be there. You don't have to, have babies or this, and the other. Like, you don't have to body love. If they want to be there, they will be there. It's just crazy how true it is. It's sad what happens to Bobby. And like I said, Michael's on that fuck shit, and I hope everybody just torture him. I really, really do. As far as Danny and her mom, like, her mom didn't play. Her mom should have been also nipped that in the bud with Freddie's mom a long time ago. It's just like, I don't understand. Like, yeah, you're supposed to respect your mom and respect your elders, but at what point in time do they give you respect? It's like, and the reason that she was mad, the reason why Frankie, who was Freddie's mom, was mad at Danny, that it was just stupid. It's just stupid. It's like, I'm not saying that the book was stupid. I'm just saying it's stupid because that's just people's mentality. I enjoyed the book. The book was crazy. The book was definitely crazy. It definitely, like I said, it definitely took me on a roller coaster. But I'm just like, it's crazy how some things are just it's so true. It's so true. You see it and you hear about it like every day. Every day. But, and then Michael, like, they always talk about loyalty and, family and this, and the other. And it always be the ones closest to you that is the reason for your demise. And that's sad. That's sad. Because that also happens as well. And Michael, I just don't understand, like, why? You have people that took care of you, that was there for you, and you just did what you did. Y'all, if y'all haven't read the book, definitely read it. I mean, definitely read it. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm interested in seeing what happens in the next installment of this book, but I'm just like, wow. Like, I hope that they put it together, and I hope some heads fly. I really, really do. But for the most part, I definitely enjoyed the book. I definitely enjoyed it. I can't say that enough. Definitely. But it's just so sad how those things actually happen. And they say, like I say all the time, all fiction comes from nonfiction. But if this stuff ain't true, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But everybody's character was just, it was just crazy. I have to say that out of all of the characters, I like Jason the most. Because he was just real. He was just real with it. He was just real with it. He really was. And you can't fault nobody for being that, Jason, one of those guys you love to love. Freddie and Michael, I just don't understand. And Big Freddie, like, wow. Like, it took you all this time to sit here and tell us later. You knew she was flawed from jump. You knew it. But you get on your son about being disrespectful to his mom. And it's like, she just... You got those moms, no child. And why would you want your child to be with somebody ratchet? I'm just like... Some of these moms just need to get a life. If you're not happy, you can't sit here and put your life on your child. Just let your child live their life and just try to find a life of your own. And I hope, and I'm God, continue to grow, and I'm going to be a work in progress until the day I die. But I have 2 boys, and I hope that I never become one of those mothers. Never. Live your life. I taught you, the rights and wrongs. You have to figure out who it is that you like and don't like when it comes to, the opposite sex. But goodness gracious. Oh my God. These people just... But yeah, it took me on a roller coaster. It did. It really, really did. Emotions all over the place. But yeah, that was Loving a Soulless Thug. I mean, Soulless... That fit the title because he didn't care. The only soul he cared about, Freddie cared about, was himself. Michael cared about himself, and Jason was the one just trying to just keep everybody, in place. It was good the fact that, Danny had friends like Bobby and Eddie, especially being females, because these days females is in competition with one another, and they be jealous of you and hating on you, and you don't even know why. You just living your life trying to survive and make it through like everybody else, but you got people in the background, praying for your demise and hoping that, hoping for your downfall, and you don't even understand why. So it's good that she had friends like that, but I will, yeah. Loving a Soulless Thug, y'all. Make sure you check it out. Reach out to the author. Let her know how you feel. That's my take on it. I definitely can't wait to read the next part. I'm interested to see what happens. How this all come around. But yeah, y'all, that's my thought on it. Wow. Thinking about it is just wow. Alright, again, Loving a Soulless Thug. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I hope you guys are being safe. Don't forget, reading is fundamental. I will always love you guys, and peace out.